But it's obviously it's well documented in the literature demonstrating that this is probably the most common swim technique, but the really good question is how do you get it? How do you get that technique? How do you train for it? And how do you achieve it? So now from now onwards, it's going to be a little bit more about training, really, because Guru said in the morning, I really agree with that slide that shows like science and training are different things, obviously they're related. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about training. When we do a pull leg to increase to improve the timing, we obviously carry a little bit of research on that. At the end of the day, we're going to triathlon, so we're actually getting here. It's all about coaching. So pretty much the ways, like the different techniques that you can do, the equipment that you can use, and how can you use it, and how you swing the different sets during the training as well, is going to change that swimming time, or the coaches like to call it swimming rhythm, whatever you want to call it, it's the same. So let's have a look first, how can we improve the time? Okay? How can we make it better? We're using quite a lot of all the resistance swimming, using the sponges and lunges. I'm going to have a look to video, just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is a normal video now. This slow swim, one of our triathletes, this is not thinking about anything. So we can see that there's a lot of catch-up stroke in there, especially when you're swimming slow. It's quite hard to keep your timing right. You're going to be very focused on that. So, there's someone in the back there. That's so we can see one is actually much better than the other one. But here, we're having two arms in the front, so the proportion is not going to be consistent. There's not consistent proportion there. Velocity is going to be fast, slow, accelerating. So that's the other arm. I think this is important. Again, two arms in the front. I think better. So, but definitely there's a lot to improve here. So how are we going to improve that? What's that resistance training? Yeah. So obviously, it's not the first time you guys probably seen it, but the goal is we're not trying to do any power training here, we're not trying to do any strength training here, we're doing technique training. This is just wearing a belt with a rope, there's someone holding that rope on the other side, probably that's my feet up there. And so she's just trying to keep that timing right. If the timing is not right, if the speed goes increasing, decreases, probably the tension of the cord of the rope is going to be it's not consistent. But if she keeps the timing right, the tension is going to be consistent. And that's a feedback that she's going to feel. I don't need to tell her that's good or this is good, but she's going to feel it. That's quite important. So if we see here, she's achieving a little bit like a much better kayak position in there. See? This a lot better picture than the one before. So she gives a bit, it's strongly similar to this one, but helps quite a lot. So what will be the next step, right? So that will be like maybe the first step. What's the next one? She's swimming now with a sponge. I think I've got a picture somewhere here. What the sponge is. We probably can use more things, but it's just a resistant. Sponges again. So that's pretty much like the belt, the rope, and the sponge. You can use parachutes, you can buy parachutes in the market, you can fly whatever you want, but it's just what you pretty much need is something to drag you, to create some resistance in the back of you, out of your body, so the technique is not effective. And so when she's swimming the sponge, right? So the stimulus is not as big as before, so she still feels that tension, but it's not that big, and helps with the timing quite a lot. So if we go a little bit slow motion now, can see the kayak position is quite nice now as well. So she's keeping it. So this is pretty much a preparation for the static rope, now a little bit more dynamic. Now the next one is can be like can look like a very small variation perhaps, but if you use finger paddles, those small paddles, and you use your fingers. What is going to help you is like the main problem with the catch and stroke is like the gliding tends to be too long. So if you swim with a catch and stroke, so you tend to glide too much here, this hand stops and then the other one catch up. So you gotta limit that gliding, otherwise one hand is going to be a lot faster than the other one who's gliding in the front. So to limit that gliding, finger paddles are quite good because it gives you like an extra feeling and you kind of start your catch a little bit earlier. So that would be like a little bit easier than the one before because you have that hand there. So it's quite nice. You can see that the kayak is still quite nice. And then this allows you with a normal swim. This is like a month after. I think I have like a comparison here. So here we have like on the left, like if it was before Christmas and the other one after Christmas. So we can see something going on the back, I guess. So anyway, what we can see is like the coordination is getting better. This is something that's not going to happen overnight, obviously. But something you gotta work on. But we can see on the right, coordination looks a lot better. We already got like a straight angle in there. What would be the base ones? Well, probably the base and swim on the triathlon. But we want that consistent speed. We're Michigan, that's the base as well. And in that, on the right side, we can see that variation within the stroke is a lot smaller. So that's what we're working on now. So coming back to the presentation. What else? So we use resistant swimming, we use pulling the backboard, that's quite important. One of the problems that make the triathletes swim in the catch-up strokes is that they tend to overkick. When you try to overkick, kicking more than what you should do, the stroke becomes kick dominated. That means the kick is dominating your stroke. So you're kicking quite hard, and then your arms have to adapt to the kick, and it should be the other way around. It should be the arms are the one driving the stroke. And in triathlon, even more, because you need to save your legs with cycling and running after. So you really want your stroke coordinated. Someone can tell you, oh yeah, Michael Phelps with a little bit of catch and strokes. Yeah, he kicks, okay, but Michael Phelps can kick 27, 28 seconds per 50. If you're a 45 seconds kicker, it's like you're swimming with a great company. So you better think about what you're doing. I know Phelps is not triathlon, he doesn't need to save his legs for later on. But here, you've got to be smart with this. So if I would prefer legs muscles are quite big, they take a lot of energy, just save your legs, make sure that technique of the kick is good to keep your body high and use your arms as the paddle you want to use. So with the pulling and backboard, you're working a lot on that. Just keeping that time. It's not easy to keep your timing when you're doing only pulling and backboard than when you're doing full stroke. The second swims, the use of stroke counts. The use of stroke counts is a parameter that gives you an idea about what's your swimming efficiency. Obviously, the less strokes you take every 50 is the more distance you're covering per stroke. That's what it means. So it's a good thing that if the timing is right, if they're really like the velocity doesn't drop and increase much with the swimming, the stroke count is going to increase. So unless a people like they can't have, I'm swimming 36 strokes per 50, it's much better if I'm swimming 40. So my technique should be right. So I don't need to have my coach pull deck every day to if it's good or not. It's something that in triathletes, they usually train quite hard on their own. And sometimes the technique training in swimming is quite hard to control because we don't have the coaching pull deck. And we have another strategies to control the thing. Okay, are you swimming? I'm not that interested in you swimming 105, but I'm interested in you swimming 160 heart rate and you do 36 strokes.